Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Now, I've never been absolutely positive that my dreams can foretell the future. There was that one opportunity when I dreamed that I was going to be fired from my job. I woke up, I didn't tell Rena about it. I went to work, I came home, I said, "Guess who got fired today?" And it wasn't me. It turned out to be a colleague I detested. However, several months later when I did get fired, it went nothing like what I had dreamed about. But then there was a few months later on when when I had a dream where I was on an airplane, and the thing I remember about it was that the sun was low in the sky, and we got the word that the plane was not going to safely land and we were all basically going to die on that flight. Scary, right? So, and I woke up from that dream, and that's one of those ones that you see on television shows where, you know, you're in suspense because you know that this is going to happen and you don't know how it's going to work out. Well, Rena and I were going to fly to Atlanta that day. We were going down to visit her brother, and we would fly back a couple of days later. And we had an early morning flight. We got to the airport, we got on the plane, no problem. And just like in the dream, Rena was next to the window was on my right, and the sun was low in the sky. It had just come up. We got up in the air, no problem at all. And unlike in the dream, there was a woman on my left who was obviously flying by herself. And about 10 minutes or so into the flight attendant came on the loudspeaker and said, "Folks, we're going to have to turn around. We're going to have to go back and land at Logan Airport." And this was in 2002 or 2003, and the memory of 9/11 and planes being hijacked and, you know, sent into places no one wanted them to go was still pretty raw in everybody's collective conscience. So we were sitting there wondering what was going on. And just like in the dream, it wasn't like the plane started vibrating or anything crazy started happening, but it was just this strange sort of dread. We don't really know what we're in for. And I could see that the woman next to me on the left was way less prepared for this than I was. She was in tears, practically, and she was on her own, and I thought about like grabbing her hand just to say, "You need a hand to hold on to." But at the same time I didn't, because I was like, come on, you're trying to make a move. We ended up landing the plane. We landed, and it was probably, I don't know if it was a crash landing or not, but they were concerned enough so that there were lots and lots of fire trucks and ambulances all lined up right there on the runway to greet us. We made it to the gate without a problem. We all deboarded. We ended up getting on another flight and taking off, having our vacation. And when we came back, we didn't have any problems at all. But the reason why this stands out in my mind is that I was prepared for this event to happen. My dream gave me that, a bit of premonitory peace. Because when I was in that dream, the experience I had of hearing the news that I wasn't going to make it, I wasn't going to live, and soon, in a few minutes of life left, I was able to go, all the stuff that we want to do in our lives, the books we want to write, the businesses we want to start, the families we want to have, the houses we want to own, we just don't have to do them. They won't happen. And that's how I was prepared. Thank you.